So that's me. As pointed out last week, I do love cracks. I kind of got a thing for it now. And I didn't know I did until I started in the industry. This is me when I was younger. I was supposed to be a cop. My dad's retired Mesa PD. My mom also served on the PD as a civilian. I can't wait for rollerblades to be cool again. I was taking that path. You can see me over in uniform when I was about the same weight as now, so it's pretty awesome. And I had hair. I know you can't really tell. I met my wife in high school. That's us down there at the bottom. She was a senior. I was a sophomore, so she totally got me on that one. But I never got my dad's blessing. My wife didn't want to be married to a cop, and I didn't really have a plan B. So I got into sales and had my family. Both my kids were born by the time I was 20. Up on the top left, that's everyone who lives in my house. I have a 10,000 square foot mansion with maid's quarters and a separate guest house in case we need to spread out. But there's 8 of us now. We used to have 9, but we kicked someone out. These are my 2 kids, my older kids, Andy and Cassie, they're 13 and 14, and my wife. We were just getting old together, which is awesome. That's Hammy. He's a turd, but I made him that way. I spoiled him, and that's really my fault. So, how did I get to where I am now? Department of Juvenile Corrections. I got hired when I was 19. Stayed on for a year or so, but then I needed.
Work study?
No, well, I worked in the Department of Juvenile Corrections. I wasn't there as an inmate or anything. I was in uniform. I got into procurement. I really found that I had a personality. I jumped on the phone for customer service. I like to kind of BS with people and go back and forth. I got to do negotiating. My favorite thing to do was send a pie or send the foreman or the shop manager's favorite dessert so that I can get my parts turned and quick, and everyone was happy. Ultimately, I ended up selling insurance at State Farm, and I love to educate people. And people, once I was sitting on the sales side of the desk, they don't hold anything back once you start asking them questions. Like, how much do you make in a year? And then you get a story about how their husband slipped and fell and got an infection on their foot, and it stunk up the whole house. And I just really asked them what they made. And so, I kind of developed this, a sales personality, and it was really fun. I never thought I was going to be in this profession. When I was in high school, I had a pretty bad stuttering problem, and I had to come out of my shell, which was it's fun. I like being out here. You guys are pretty cool. Anyways, Anytime Auto Glass, the auto glass industry. I lived out here in Arizona. There was the when you think glass, think Empire and the Omaha Steaks and the rebates and the cash back, and there's always where's that money coming from and who's really paying for that? And I would go to Craigslist myself and Google the guy who would give me $100, and my car was never really that clean afterwards. It kind of smelled like glue, and the tech, I didn't know if he was a felon or not, but I didn't mind. I was getting my $100 back. But that's kind of the sentiment around the valley is what's going on with these glass guys. So I found Anytime Auto Glass. They came out and did work on my vehicle, and it was amazing. It was like a doctor's office. It was clean. The folks who came out were very professional, and it was this enlightening moment. Holy cow, this is how it's supposed to be done. So this is just a little bit about us. We take any insurance out there in the valley, family owned and operated. Pat and Janelle Boris. We also have another member in Desert Ridge Referral Partners. BNI has really been pretty awesome for the business. We could work on any glass on the vehicle, not just windshields. We don't do headlights or mirrors. That's not what we do. Our price, our quote, it goes out. It includes all this stuff: free mobile service, certified text, national lifetime warranty, all that good stuff. So when we do quote a price, that's kind of it. There's no disposal fees or travel fees or anything else on top of that. That's us and the crew getting down and training in the office. We're heavily involved in the community. We love our nonprofits. Giving back to the community really gives back to us, and that's super important for us. You can look us up online. I love showing off our reviews. I recently got called out by name on a review on a thumbs up, which is pretty awesome. I like to show it off. But we rely heavily on reviews, just like everyone else in this room does. And so if we can do a good job for your customers and put it up here, we know that we got one of you guys for life. These are some of the partnerships with the groups that we hooked up with. The Teen Lifeline is our most recent one. We pick a group every quarter. kind of based on overhead. They got to be local here in the Valley, and how can they directly impact the most people. I didn't know how awesome a group the Teen Lifeline was. Growing up here in Arizona, I didn't know that people needed help reaching out. And to be able to impact and give back to those folks who are really giving their time is pretty awesome. And partner up with them, it's been great, along with all of our other referral partners. Great referrals. So everybody drives. Everybody has cracks. The bigger the better. That's great. But the idea is, when I ask, hey, how come you haven't got that taken care of? It's because it's a pain. I don't want to sit on the phone for half an hour. I don't want to have the call back. I don't want. It's just a hassle. You put it off until it gets either bad enough or someone else nags you. It's not a fun process. It's not an easy process. And we're just trying to change trying to change the industry. It's awesome to have great reviews, to have thank yous come back my way. For a text message that comes out and says, hey, that was great. I appreciate it. Awesome. That was almost too easy. It's really cool. Like I said, I'm trying to get out to booster clubs this year. School's coming up around the corner. Helping out, giving back to individuals. It's awesome. This is just a little bit more about us. Anytime more than just a piece of glass. And then I want to just end real quick here with a picture. I don't want to say he's my favorite kid, but he's definitely top three. So we're trying to watch a 3D movie here, and he doesn't get it, but it's fun. I just like to end on this guy. He's pretty awesome. He's really why I do a lot of this stuff, and yeah, that's it.